I'm looking for a certain feeling, gotta hit a raw. Look up to my ceiling, lady, chandeliers galore. Look into my closet, then you know I love couture. Even more, my shoe collection, too fly for the fuck.
What's going on, family? Once again, you know, you've reached ManCodeTV. I so appreciate y'all for coming back once again and checking out this video. Man, before I get started, you know how I always do, man, I would love you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And, you know, you're going to definitely make sure that you like the video and leave a comment when it's done. And also hit that notification bell as well when I get done with the video, so you can get all the new videos that I do drop. Alright, so we're going to get right into this. Alright, so what we're going to talk about today is, alright, so the topic for today is going to be female nature equals female fuckery. Like, that's the topic for today. And I've been thinking about this all day today. I ran across some like forums and stuff like that, man, just reading dudes talking about different things, and I just noticed, man, that a lot of guys, man, waste too much time worrying about what females are doing and why did they do this. And you know, there's a lot of young guys, man. I'm sure like some middle age, you know, older guys, whatever, all ages of guys worry about what women do too much, man, and why they've done this. Not necessarily what they're doing, but basically kind of what they're doing in reaction to them dealing with the woman. I'm saying, like, guys, like we're worrying about just us in general. Sometimes we're worrying too much what they're doing and why they did it. Like, for instance, this guy, this is a young guy, I'm guessing, and he was like, well, he was kissing a girl at a club or a bar or something in the middle of the dance floor. I guess they were having a good time or something, so he was kissing her. And then he said the chick just all of a sudden just got off the dance floor, and I guess she just left him and left the dance floor, and she never came back. And he was like, why did she do that? You know, we were having such a good time, and then all of a sudden she just leaves me. She leaves the dance floor and she doesn't come back. And see, man, I could tell. See, that just sounds like a younger dude, man, dealing with like women in like bars and clubs and stuff like that. Because once you kind of seasoned out here, man, you kind of get used to stuff like that. That kind of stuff, you wouldn't even flinch. Like, for me, myself, if that happened to me, I wouldn't even flinch, dude. I wouldn't even think twice about it, because I've been through and seen all these little different little goofy situations and stuff that girls do. You know what I mean? You know, that sounds like something like a young girl would do or whatever. It just sounds like some stupid stuff a female would do. I mean, let's just be honest. Females do all kind of weird shit that don't make no sense, because a lot of it's just emotional. You know, like say I've been in a situation where, say you're at a bar or something, right, with your boy. I've seen when me and my cousin was just chilling at a bar, right? And you know, I got the music going on, playing and all that stuff. And I remember me and him talking to like two girls or whatever. He just like randomly, like the girls were looking at us the whole time, jocking us. And then eventually they kind of made their way over to where we were, and then we started talking to him, right? We're talking to him, everything seems cool. And then the one friend is like, hey, I need to go to the bathroom or whatever. And then she like, you know, kind of grabs her girl's arm or whatever, and then they go to the bathroom, right? She didn't want to go by herself. So at this point, come on, man, me and my cousins are seasoned into the game, but still I kind of was a little bit more on it than he was. Now, I told him what was going to happen. The chick is going to go to the bathroom, and they're going to come out, and they're not going to come back over here. I just know how it goes. That's just how girls do in certain situations like bars and stuff like that. And even if the one chick wanted to come back, I could just tell the other friend probably didn't, because she just seemed like she was a little standoffish or whatever. She was talking, but the one friend kind of seemed a little bit more standoffish. And just as I said, my cousin was a little bit more optimistic. I don't know why he was optimistic. I mean, if you understand how women are and their little fuckery that they do, you just should count on some dumb shit. So, like I said, came out the bathroom. They did not come back. And they were like, oh, I'm coming back. Come on, fam. They're not coming back. That's just how women act in those environments or whatever. You know, they just act goofy and stuff like that. And like I said, the whole time they were jocking us, both of them. And then they came over and talked to us or whatever. And then, you know, I had a little talk and then go to the bathroom. Don't come back, of course. And I never expected them to. And I didn't give a fuck if they did or not. I didn't care. But see, stuff like this affects, especially like younger guys, man, because maybe they don't understand or they haven't been through different situations. Because the female nature, female fuckery stuff, it comes out in all kind of different situations, just different environments. And sometimes you're not going to know until you experience stupid stuff like that. Like, I'll put another good example out here. Like the whole like Molly Karam thing, you know, with the ESPN, she got into it with LeVar Ball and how she made a comment that he made that was nothing until like a big deal. You know what I mean? Like sometimes women gonna do stuff like that. You gotta see it when it's coming though. You know, he said a sexist remark or whatever, and it was really a harmless remark, but she made a big deal out of it more than it had to be, right? And you see kind of stuff like that with guys getting into issues like rape cases and stuff with females where the dude really didn't do anything, but the chick might be like, oh, he touched me and I didn't want to be touched. Yeah, I was cool with it at first, but then I wasn't. And, you know, and then it gets all murky and stuff. And, you know, just like, you just gotta notice sometimes. You gotta see that shit before it comes, man. And you kind of gotta get out of them situations when, you know, if it comes to something like that, you know. And no, I don't advocate any sexual harassment or nothing like that. But a lot of times, man, sometimes it's blown out of proportion or whatever, you know. So, and you gotta see certain things when women start acting a certain way. Same as when like Aisha Curry and her whole thing, when, you know, she's just out of nowhere, she's on some like a talk show, and she says, oh, you know, I want guys to be paying me more attention or whatever, than I haven't been getting any guy attention and stuff like that. Like that kind of shit, it comes out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Like, what is she talking about? Where is this coming from? That's female fuckery shit. It just comes out of nowhere. Just like you could be cool with a chick, right? It could be your girl, right? If you know, you dating a girl, that's your girl, whatever. And y'all cool, everything is good. The day before, she was loving you, how you're the greatest guy ever. You know, she's so happy that you're her boyfriend, blah, 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 right? Then the next day, you can have not done anything different. Same thing as yesterday. Everything is all good. But today, she's in a mood. Now, she's remembering something that you did that kind of pissed her off. Now she's in this moody mood, kind of, you know, she's just in a weird mood that's going on right now with her. And she's kind of like being bitchy to you. She's being short. And then you're like, yo, what's up? Like, what's wrong? Like, you figure nothing can be wrong because yesterday you was loving me. Then today, well, you know, I don't think you're paying me as much attention as you should be. And, you know, remember I asked you to do this and you didn't want to do it. And you're like, what are you talking? What are you talking about? Where is this even coming from? It was just something I was just remembering today. And that's more female fuckery, man. You know, and you've just got to be, as a man, you just got to be on guard and prepare for it. And you got to see it coming. And you got to be able to, one, really not give a fuck what she's talking about because it's going to blow over. And two, just basically ignore it, man. A lot of times, man, a lot of stuff that women do, you just ignore, man. Ignore it and just go on about your business. Even if it is your girl, man, ignore what she's talking about. it'll blow over. It don't matter. And if it ain't your girl, you out somewhere, some girl does some stupid shit, and it doesn't make no sense why she did it, just ignore it and move on. Like, a lot of stuff that they do, man, doesn't make sense. And I feel like a lot of guys, man, especially when they out here dating and stuff, they put too much effort into worrying about, oh, why did she do this? Why did she do that? I thought everything was cool. You know, why didn't she do that? You know, I thought she was feeling me. That, man, hey, we set up a date. Me and this girl set up a date. We were gonna, and I'm just saying in general, this is not a personal experience, but I'm just saying, like, you know, we set up a date to hang out. It's Tuesday. We set it out for Friday. By the time Friday comes, oh, she flaked on me. She said she couldn't do it because da-da-da-da. For no reason. You know, I thought we were cool. You know, we talked a few times before we were going to hang out. And I thought everything was cool. And then we were supposed to hang out. And then she just flakes on me. And she said she couldn't. She had to do something. Like, and a lot of dudes be worrying about stuff like this. That shit gets under their skin because we as men, we don't do a lot of this stuff. A lot of guys make it, let's be real, man, we don't really flake on plans. Like, a lot of times we say we gonna do it, we gonna do it. You know, you might get the odd case where a dude will flake, but a lot of times, man, dudes, where we're more about our word, man. We say we gonna do something, we probably gonna do it, man. Because we kind of more or less stand on principles in our word. And if you don't, as a man, you should. You know, I was always taught by my dad is like, you know, you say something and you do it. You go through it. You follow through with it. You know, you be a man of your word. And people will remember that about you, and they'll remember that as like a character flaw in you if you don't do stuff like that. You don't follow through with what you said. You know, like I said, my dad always taught me that he always followed through with what he said he's gonna do. And I always, you know, respected him for that. And I try to carry myself the same way, but a lot of women don't, man. A lot of guys don't understand this. Women, they're just kind of, man, they just no accountability, I guess. You know, there's really no accountability for a lot of the stuff that they do. They just do it, and there's no one really to say, oh, you shouldn't do this, other than maybe some self-guilt or something like that, right? But see, guys get too caught up in stuff like that, man. Stuff that they're doing that doesn't make sense to us as guys. You know, they're like, you know, they're not sticking. Just like I said, there's no accountability, not sticking to plans, stuff like that. And a lot of guys get frustrated because a lot of guys are like, man, if I say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or da-da-da, I wouldn't do that, because we're using logic. Women are using emotions. You know, that's why a woman will say, I would never do this, I'd never do that. And then the next thing you know, she's doing it. I'd never sleep with this guy. I never sleep with that type of guy. And the next thing you know, she's caught up in her emotions with the dude, and then bam, this same chick is pregnant by the same dude. She said she'd never sleep with that type of guy and all that stuff. And you like, what the? It don't make no sense. And that's what I'm just trying to warn a lot of guys. Like I said, a lot of young dudes. Shit. A little older dudes too. All dudes. Don't get caught up in that stuff. Just ignore it. And like a lot of guys have said, and as I say, stick to your purpose, man. Stay on purpose. Stay on code, which is basically stick with your purpose that you set out to do. If you're working on a business, stick on that. If you're working on self-improvement, stay with that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let what females do affect you, man. That's basically really the whole premise of this conversation that I'm having right now. You know, because like I said, most women, man, they don't have any accountability for the things that they do. That's why it's such up and down with them, man. It's just crazy sometimes, and I just don't want dudes to get too caught up in what they're doing, man. You know, when they're dealing with them, you know, they just kind of like gotta, you know, shrug it off, man, and keep it moving. So yeah, I mean, I think that's mostly what I wanted to say, man. For the most part, it's just, guys, man, you gotta just don't worry about it, man. I know it's hard. You out here dealing with women all the time. Like I said, in all different kind of venues. relationships or just dating and all that stuff. And I know a lot of times it's just like, man, that shit don't make sense. Why did she do that? That shit dumb as hell. I know, fam. We all know as dudes, we know, family, we know. It's just dumb. Don't make no sense. You know, this chick, she had it all, you know, smart girl. She's doing her thing, got a career going on, and then she just gets pregnant or something by some random ass dude. Like, what the? It don't make no sense, right? Yo, that's female fuckery, man. That's just a part of it. You know, or a dude that's like a perfect guy for the chick. You know, she's loving it. I mean, the dude is loving the chick off. You know, he got his stuff together. She got her stuff together. You know, and then she ends up dumping the dude for like some like whatever dude. You know, that shit don't make sense, right? With some dude that ain't got nothing, none of that stuff, no future, no nothing. Then she end up going off with more female fuckery, man. That's just how women are. And like I said, it's easy to say ignore it and just don't worry about it, but a lot of times you kind of got to go through it. I'm just really putting it out there, man, just to let dudes know ahead of time that might not have experienced it. You know, it's just like something you have to be aware of, man. And a lot of times you'll know it when you see it, and you know it when it's about to happen. Sometimes you get caught off guard. But like I said, please just stop worrying about what they're doing or saying. You know, there's a saying. What is the saying? Is I'm gonna fuck the saying up. I ain't gonna even say it. Something about like, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. I think it might be the other way around. Something like that, man. Y'all know that saying. Anyway, it's basically with them. That's how you gotta be. You know. Don't even believe what they, you know, what you see with them, man. I don't know. It's just experience. It takes a lot of experience dealing with them, with just females in general and their fuckery. It's just something. Just like when they say, oh man, you know, like I had a chick tell me just the other day, you know, I'm not crazy, I'm just female crazy. Yo, you know, when they say that, you know what they're talking about. If you don't know what they're talking about, yo, just keep dealing with females and you'll understand it. So yeah, you know, just just a message to the fellas. Just ignore and keep moving, keep pressing on. That's all I can really tell you, and just give you this warning ahead of time. I know a lot of guys are not gonna pay attention to what I'm saying. They're gonna just dismiss it and just think they know it all. But hey, a lot of young cats, you be arrogant a lot of times. You know, I was like that too. You know, I'm not like old or nothing, but I'm definitely not no 21, 22-year-old. So I've seen some stuff, been through some things. And I know when you're young and you arrogant and, you know, I know this, I know that. I know how these girls, you know, I can do this. Yeah, I got her. All right. I'm just, like I said, as a warning, that female fuckery is real. And just don't buy into it. Don't listen to it. And ignore it. When you see them doing some stupid stuff and it don't make sense, just ignore it. That's all I can really tell you. And you'll understand why I say ignore it and just dismiss it. And you will be better off. You'll be a strong man, confident man. You'll be a man about your purpose. And, you're just going to have it going on once you understand and once you put that concept into action. It's one thing hearing me say it, but it's another thing dealing with the situations. Because, you know, we get mad about stuff as well. And we want to lash out. And I see a lot of guys getting angry and stuff. I said, once you understand the concept that I've put forth in this whole video, then the better you're gonna be down the line. Just trust me on it. You might not understand what I'm saying now. You will later on. If other cats that know what I'm talking about, you know what it is. But I appreciate y'all for checking this video out. Once again, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you can get all the videos that I put out. And you'll know when I put it out. And with that, I'm gone.
shells. Shoot the fucking stylist, we go find the shit ourselves. Audemars was designed by Swiss Beats. Black face, black band, orange stitching is a beat.